This is really a lot. Thank you so much for coming tonight. God, this is really surreal. I can't quite believe it. I've been dreaming of making this film for a really long time, and I actually, to be honest, didn't know whether I'd ever get the chance to make it. And so to be here with you guys is incredible. Thank you so much for coming. And there are so many people who made this film what it is. I'm just gonna get on with it and bring them on stage. So we first got some of our amazing cast. We've got the lovely Emma Corrin, Maika Monroe, Felicity Jones, and Richard main cast. We've got our wonderful producers. We have Stephanie Easton and Helen Simmons from Erebus, and double threat financier producer Grant from Project Infinity. Everyone's just looking fantastic. And we've got our incredible crew who went, I think, hopefully you'll see tonight, above and beyond. It was like a small budget indie, and there was a lot of world building that we had to do, and these guys absolutely knocked it out of the park. We have Susie on costume, Susie Coulthard. We have Sophia Sakamani from production design. We have the amazing Oliver Coates, the composer. And we have our incredible visual effects supervisor, Paul Rice. And it's a bit unusual to bring a visual effects supervisor up, but Paul was actually mostly operating as a team of one on this, and was with me through the entire process, building that world and working so closely with Susie and Sophia. I'm so happy they could join us. And last but definitely not least, we have the amazing Isabel Greenberg, who wrote the graphic novel, and Zena Patricia, who is our DOP. And we have so much of the incredible crew. I think pretty much everyone is here today, the cast and crew, which I'm so excited about. I cannot see you, I cannot find you. But shout out as well to the amazing Olivia, who was our casting director, Olivia Grant. And I think our production team, everyone's here. I'm so sorry guys, it would take me such a long time. I love you all. Wave at me at some point.
Julia, as we have our writer on stage, but it's based on a graphic novel. So how did you find this source material, and what made you think, I'm going to bring this to the screen? What made this a project you were desperate to do?
It was so long ago, actually, that I can't quite remember how I started reading Isabel's graphic novel. But I was doing a completely different job and a completely different life, and I think I was in Italy, and I read it and just thought that she had such a weird and wonderful brain, and I love that she explored mythology and fairy tales with this sort of slightly unhinged sense of humor, alongside the kind of darkness and heart and embrace. And I thought that I would really love to see a film about it one day, and then it sort of morphed into like, could that be me making that?
Maika, you continue to chart a really interesting acting career. So I'd love to know how you choose roles. What was it about this role that really pulled you in?
Yeah, I mean, you read a lot of scripts, and this one just stood out. It was so incredibly unique and so beautiful, and even just reading the script, I could imagine this fantastical world. And I fell in love with Cherry. It was just kind of this, after finishing it, just this kind of immediate feeling of like needing to do this role.
And Emma, you give a very heartfelt and knowing performance as heroes. So how did you and Julia work together to create that?
I mean, there's so much of it was in Julie's incredible adaptation of the script. I think the thing that drew me to her was her very dry, sort of, as you said, all-knowing kind of wisdom. She has a massive confidence and knows who she is, and it's a real relief to play someone like that. Yeah, we chatted a lot about that and the sort of getting the comedy of it right, and just generally about like all the things, the very unique and specific things which make Isabel's story so brilliant and original, and yeah.
You just brought so much of your own instincts to it. It was amazing.
And Felicity, we had the chance to see another gorgeous performance of yours earlier in the festival in Train Dreams, and what's great is these are such contrasting performances in many ways, but I'd love to know what sort of drives you to make these creative choices as well? What was it about this beautiful character you play?
Well, I haven't had many scripts that I've read when I'm looking at playing a character, and the character is called Moon. So I knew I had to do it, seeing that opportunity to do something that was really original and really distinctive, and as these all have said, that it was witty. It was the humour in it, that it is a story that is really impactful, but it's done in such a witty, engaging way. It was, it was a fabulous thing to be a part of.
And it's really a rare and delightful opportunity that we get to have heads of department on stage with us. In this film, you build this very, very richly textured world, and I'd love to know how much of the source material you were drawing from when you were kind of building the world of 100 Nights of Hero.
We're going to fight over who answers this. From my perspective, I think as soon as I got the script through, I obviously Googled the original, the graphic novel, and saw a couple of images from it and thought, wow, that's amazing. Put it down immediately, and then thought I have to just get the sense of what the aesthetic should be from reading the script. And I think a lot of it, I don't know whether you agree, is actually within the text of the script. So although there were moments where I would go back and have a look at the original source material, I think it kind of was on the page, and I knew, I don't know whether you feel the same way, like I knew immediately what it should look like.
Yeah, I think a lot was streaming from the locations as well, and conversations between Susan